We're Ashley and Christian, and we started traveling together in March of 2017 and haven't stopped since. After visiting over 30 countries across 4 continents, we've become hooked on seeing, tasting, and trying new things. Being pushed out of our comfort zones while traveling has inspired us to set a crazy goal of visiting every country in the world. Good morning from Brasov. Today we are checking out of this hotel and we are heading north to Sighișoara to continue our Transylvania road trip. And we are very, very excited. As we are doing this road trip, we haven't really talked about how we're navigating and how we have service and stuff like that. So we have T-Mobile in the US and it actually works pretty much everywhere internationally. We haven't had a country yet that it doesn't work in. So with that, we have Google Maps going at all time. We have not had any issues like with navigation or anything so far. What do you want me to say?
You don't have to pay a data plan with ours.
Oh yeah, it's free. It's free.
Let me just say that you don't need to pay data plans. Get this on film.
There's cows.
In the road.
There's a bunch of cows.
This one's coming right at us.
Just Romania things.
Hi.
Hi guys. Wow, oh look, he's itching himself on the...
Well, you gotta have a cowbell.
If there's one thing that we've learned driving in Romania, it's that Romanians love
roundabouts.
Roundabouts. There's roundabouts everywhere in every single city. Every time you pass a city, even on the highway, there's been a couple roundabouts. But honestly, they go pretty well. There's like multiple lanes here, and our goal is to get straight through. Okay, it's our turn. Our time to shine. Yay!
We just arrived in Sighișoara and we are currently looking for our Airbnb. Is this it?
Yeah, I think so. It's cold in here. He said there's a Madonna face.
Looks like it.
Madonna?
Sure. There you go.
There's 2 locks. Wow. This is an Airbnb. We booked it for $63 for one night. We're actually right outside of the city, like the fortified city of Sighișoara. If you don't know, Sighișoara is a car-free fortress area. It's one of the last remaining livable fortresses. So that's really cool. Really parked outside on the curb. It should be fine. But looking around, yeah, I mean, we have a whole kitchen, fridge, we've got a little bedroom. Some suitcases as decoration.
Our saviors in Romania.
Yes, and I asked, he said there's a fan. That's all we need. So we also have a washing machine, which is always a nice addition because we travel for such long periods of time at once that our clothes definitely get stinky. And then up in here, seems like a very typical Romanian shower. We have our sink. Our shower, this looks like a nice shower though. It has those little jets in it. Toilet and bidet. So honestly, this is perfect. This is a lot of room. Seems very nice for what we paid. I don't know if I like this or I'm creeped out by it, but I think I like it. We're about to head out into Sighișoara and explore the citadel. So inside of the walls, we're very excited. This is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the entire citadel. That's where Google Maps has taken us. We started all the way down there. We've climbed probably, how many flights of stairs? 3 or 4. Maybe more. No, probably more than that. We have climbed climbed our way to Biserica din Deal, which is also known as the church on the hill, and it overlooks the town of Sighișoara. This is a really beautiful view of the city. You can see almost the entire town is what I read. To the left of the church, there's actually this huge cemetery, and you can tell some of these graves are pretty old.
Whenever we're going through cemeteries, it's always interesting to look for the oldest one. So far I've seen like a lot of 1800s. I'm waiting to see maybe some 1700s. That would be really awesome, but you can just tell this gravesite is really old and very pretty.
They use a lot of nature aspects, like they just let the nature grow around a lot of the gravestones, so it looks very natural and beautiful. That these are probably the old ones. The time has just weathered away the writing on it. We were able to make out one down there that said 1806, but I'm assuming that this bottom layer is the older graves and then they kind of built on top.
But that's a 1784. That is the oldest one we've found yet. And I'm sure there's even older ones than that.
We actually just came up the back way of the 175-step wooden covered staircase that is a big, important piece of the town's history. During the winter and rainy days, they would come up this staircase to get to the school and the church on the hill instead of having to walk in the rain or snow. It looks a lot more ominous looking from this way since you're looking up at the staircase. It didn't look like that much looking down, but this gives you the full view of the 175 steps. Coming down the stairs, we ended up walking right in front of this Mystical Transylvania Dracula history. And since we didn't get to see anything in Bran on kind of just the history of who Vlad the Impaler is, we decided this was perfect, and it was only 15 lei a person. We are going to learn a bunch about the history of where Vlad the Impaler and the folklore behind it really came from, which I'm very excited about since we did miss it. I feel like I am.
And became a member of the Order of the Dragon in 1431. Vlad Dracula of Transylvania. It is his story that you will hear.
To the throne. But I was the only righteous heir to the throne of Wallachia.
Paid his taxes, sided with the boyars, and they warned them more than once that this would have consequences.
Because of this, the Saxons from Transylvania turned against me and started to spread exaggerated rumors and stories about my cruelness and thirst for blood.
Don't look here, don't look here. What's your villain? I don't know anymore.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah, good history.
Hero or a villain? What did you choose?
I don't know.
I think the way the story described him is more of a hero, but I'm sure to some people it would be more of a villain.
I mean, the way he killed people was
yeah.
a little dramatic.
Where are you guys from?
This
Kansas.
little guy,
yeah, we're
actually.
from. Halloween is like that's all it is over there
It's
is
vampire.
Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the real story better because it's more, I don't know, it's cooler. We came to a little bar area behind the immersive experience and we got smoothies. That exhibit was really good. We learned about the actual history of Vlad Dracul, the second or third, is it?
Fourth.
The fourth? It's the fourth? We learned about the history of Vlad Dracul IV, also known as Vlad the Impaler, also the king of Wallachia, who inspired the story of Dracula. The exhibit takes you through his history as a child, how he was captured by the Ottoman Empire, how he was given back reign of Wallachia. Wallachia, Moldavia, and Transylvania were three regions, which eventually combined to form Romania. Talks about everything he went through, why he was so violent. Now, you can't excuse the way he treated poor and hungry people, but beyond that, he was very violent with his enemies because of him defending Wallachia. It asks you at the end if you think he's a hero or a villain, and it's kind of hard after listening to his story and everything. The poor and hungry thing, you cannot excuse how he treated those people. He killed them. But the way he was with his enemies, I don't know. He was just defending his homeland.
Comment down below, guys, whether or not you think he was a hero or a villain. He's been perceived as, I think, both, really. He did liberate and kind of create Romania in a sense of uniting it, but at the same time, there was a lot of bloodshed and a lot of tyranny.
If you are coming to Sighișoara, come check out the Mystical Transylvania exhibit. It's very informative and it's presented really well, except the last room is kind of scary, just a warning. Our fruit is impaled. Behind me is the birthplace of Vlad Dracul III, or Vlad the Impaler, or Dracula. He was born somewhere around 1430 in this house in Sighișoara, which was in Transylvania at the time, where his father was banished to. And you can go in, I'm not sure of the price, but we are not going to because of what we've read about it. There's not really any artifacts or anything set up. They really just have a guy on the top floor in a coffin that like sits up and goes, "Ah!" at you, which honestly, the other exhibit was more informative, so I think we're good on the Dracula history for the day. Behind me is the clock tower, and it is from the 14th century. It did have a fire in the 1600s, and that's when this new roof was built. And you can tell from all the colorful tiles how much importance this clock tower has. Favorite things about these old towns and cities is the cobblestone streets. There's just so much character in them versus just a paved street. But you gotta be careful that you don't trip. They are not even, to say the least. Most people do Sighișoara as a day trip from Brasov, but we really recommend trying to stay the night and get out in the citadel during the evening. It's very peaceful, and as you can see behind us, the clock tower is beautiful at night. Everything's lit up, there's people playing music.
The people are so nice, you really don't have much to worry about.
We have loved our time here, honestly. This has been one of my favorites of Transylvania.
This is going to be it for us tonight. We have had a fantastic little time in Sighișoara. I think we will probably come back. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
We're headed up to our next Transylvanian stop, which is Corvin's Castle and Sibiu. So make sure that you subscribe to see that video. It should be really, really pretty. We're very excited to see that castle. Everything in Romania feels like a hidden gem because the entire country, I think, is still a hidden gem.
Yeah.